It looks like it's right around 7:20 PM, sorry, 7:20 AM on what is now Thursday, November 6th, 2025. I am still here at the office pulling an all-nighter. There have been some very significant ongoing issues with the platform, electronic record-keeping platform that my employer uses and that I have been trying to use on my personal laptop throughout the last few hours, as I have demonstrated in two videos that I just made over the last few hours, the very specific buttons and drop down menus that I use in that electronic record keeping platform to perform tasks that I need to get done by today have been remotely disabled and do not work on my personal laptop. Therefore, I am currently using a company laptop that my employer has provided for my personal use when I'm here at the office and when my personal laptop is not working. This company laptop has been converted to dark mode uh, with a subscription to a dark mode service by the company's IT expert team. Well, lo and behold, within the last 10 minutes, as I was logging back into this laptop, it was fine. Earlier, it was in dark mode. I didn't get the chance to do much work on it because the battery was low. So then I plugged it in, turned it off. And when I turned it back on, lo and behold, the dark mode has been disabled. All of a sudden, as I am trying to use this laptop to circumvent the ongoing technical issues that exist on my personal laptop. So as you see here, this is my personal laptop. It is in dark mode. It's still in dark mode, which I need in order to be able to see. And I work best at night because I don't have to deal with the glare from big office windows that prevent me from being able to see my computer screen. Right now, my laptop is working perfectly well when I try to use it for personal email and watching YouTube videos and doing non-work related tasks. But as soon as I switch over to my work related electronic record keeping platform, all of a sudden the buttons and drop down menus that I need to use in order to get my employment related obligations done suddenly don't work on my personal laptop. And because this has happened so frequently and an ongoing basis over the last few months, my employer has provided me with a company laptop that has been deliberately converted to dark mode, permanent dark mode setting by the company's team of IT experts. The dark mode setting on this company laptop was working perfectly well up until 15 minutes ago when I turned this laptop back on after having charged it. And now all of a sudden the white screen is in full effect, even though my company's IT team has converted it permanently to dark mode. They did this just a few weeks ago. They reset all the settings. They remotely retooled this entire laptop so that it would be on permanent dark mode setting. Well, apparently, the Greenville Group's hacker, Jasmine Irizarry, who has been doxing her presence in and around this building complex over the last, 6 hours now? 6.5 hours? When she has been deliberately using the same directed energy device to harass me while I've been sitting here in this office space, as she has been using on me in my building for over 7 years now. She started using her directed energy device that she herself has admitted that she's getting paid a lot of money to use. She started using that device back in 2017, 2018. At the time, I thought that it was my router going haywire and, exploding and shorting out and all that. So I got rid of my router. And yet the electronic, what else is it? Like an electronic assault continued while I was in my living space, even after I had gotten rid of my router. So then I stopped using my laptop. I simply reverted to a tablet. Then I got rid of my tablet and started using cell phones, and it continued. So I realized this is something that is external, has nothing to do with my electronics. And then it started happening in other locations that I would go to in the area of Boston. And I thought, that's weird. I mean, and then I realized something deliberate was going on, right? So it took me a few years to figure all this out. So now it's happening here in this building 7 miles away from the residence where I live and where Jasmine Irizarry, the Greenville Group's career criminal, paid, sponsored, professional harasser, and self-proclaimed IT expert, has also been getting housed and sponsored by the crooked Russian slumlord Oleg Alexeyev, who is a huge enthusiast of hackers and seems to think that they are Jesus Christ, because he has never stopped praising Jasmine Irizarry's ongoing hacking and cybercrime activities and abilities every time I have verbally brought those cybercrime activities and abilities to Mr. Alexeyev's attention, mentioning Jasmine Irizarry by name, because she's the one who has been doing this and smacks the wall behind my kitchen sink whenever one of my devices suddenly stops working, which is something that, unless she's using surveillance devices in my living space, as multiple people have informed me, she would have no possibility of knowing about, because electronic malfunctions and dysfunctions are usually silent, right? I mean, the white screen on this device is happening, but it is silent. So if Jasmine Irizarry was smacking the wall behind this wall, all of a sudden, as the white screen was suddenly happening, then she is demonstrating and doxing her own use of surveillance devices. And that is something that she has been doing in my living space for 11 years now, maybe 10 years. But when somebody who repeatedly smacks the wall behind your kitchen sink as some sort of prison code, every single time that something bad happens to you, or every single time you try to use your toilet, or try to lie down on your bed to rest, or, pick your nose or scratch your armpit, that kind of thing, when they deliberately and repeatedly, obsessively engage in attention-seeking, disruptive behavior at the exact moment that your electronics are suddenly stopping to function, or when you're scratching your armpit or picking your wedgie, that kind of thing, then obviously that person is using surveillance devices in your living space. And now she's been doxing her presence in and around this office building by deliberately using a directed energy device that, as I keep saying, she herself has admitted in multiple written comments that she's getting paid a lot of money to use. And her comments relating to the duration and intensity of those electronic attacks on my person match exactly what she says and describes in her written comments. Interestingly enough, Irizarry has wiped and deleted a number of videos that I have stored in my Google Photos account, where she is either physically in the video herself, or where there is obvious footage of a phone or laptop or tablet being remotely interfered with in real time in front of the video as I am filming it. Those videos have disappeared very conveniently. I don't think this one will, though. I'm going to upload it right away. And again, I just had to file a new IT help desk ticket with my company, because this new laptop that they just reprogrammed to be permanently in dark mode just a few weeks ago. And the IT team for my company assured me that this laptop would be permanently in dark mode on an ongoing basis from now on. Over the last 15 minutes now, has suddenly and very conveniently gone back to the white screen setting that I cannot use, as I was in the process of trying to start using this laptop, because this laptop has been disabled in the buttons and drop-down menus that I need to use to complete my work on the company's electronic record keeping platform. So because this laptop has been disabled on a button by button, menu by menu, taskbar by taskbar basis, based on the buttons and drop-down items that I need to use, I decided I was going to use this laptop to circumvent the remote disabling of certain buttons and menu items on that laptop. And now all of a sudden, this laptop is not working either. What are the chances of two completely different, unrelated laptops suddenly ceasing to function within the same 2-hour time frame when I am 7 miles away from the building where the Greenville Group's sponsored IT expert and career criminal named Jasmine Irizarry is being held? But now she's been doxing her presence in and around this building complex. And as I keep mentioning, I also keep smelling a lot of marijuana smoke over the last few hours, which is really creepy because there really shouldn't be anybody in the middle of the night adjacent to this office suite right here and smoking marijuana all night. That is a sure sign that Irizarry is on the premises of this building. And now you have two different laptops, not even the same brand, not even the same owners, suddenly ceasing to function within the same few hours as I'm trying to use them to get my work done. And as they keep saying in statistics, once is an accident, twice a strange coincidence, and 3 times deliberate. Okay, so this is absolutely not a coincidence whatsoever.